नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सकगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सकगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादि गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। By Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita every day, and by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 29 slokas in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge. So in this chapter, we are understanding a lot of things which we cannot get from anywhere else. Only we can get from Krishna. Krishna only can give all this knowledge. As he says in the 10th chapter, no one knows me fully. And even Arjuna also agreed with Krishna that no one knows Krishna fully. Because Arjuna told Krishna, I completely agree with you. Whatever you said is true. Sarvametat ritam manye yanmam vadasi kesam. So that means I completely agree with you. Sarvam etat ritam manye yanmam vadasi kesava. Whatever you said, Krishna, whatever you told, I completely agree with you. What Krishna said that Name vidugu suraganaga prabhavam namaharshega. So Krishna, no one knows about Krishna fully. Even in the 7th chapter also Krishna is saying that Mam tu veda na kaschati. Vedagam samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu veda na kaschana. I know the past, present and future, but no one knows me. That's what Krishna is saying. Mam tu veda na kaschana. So, in order to know about Krishna, only Krishna has to reveal to us. That's what he is doing in Bhagavad Gita. That's why Krishna is saying that this is the topmost confidential knowledge. When Krishna is revealing about himself, we are knowing about Krishna himself, we are knowing about the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. If we envy him, then how can we know about him? So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this knowledge cannot be explained to those who are envious of me. And even he directly told Arjuna that I am explaining to you this knowledge because you are not envious of me. Idam tute guhya uttamam pravakshyami. I am explaining to you this most confidential knowledge anasuyave because you are not envious of me. In the 9th chapter, the very first sloka we studied it. Idam tute guhya uttamam pravakshyami anasuyave. Jnanam vijnana sagidam yajnatva mokshase asubat. So I am explaining to you both theoretical and practical knowledge, by knowing which you will be freed from all the miseries of material existence. What are the miseries of material existence? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. birth, old age, disease, and death. So we will be freed. Mokshase. Moksha. Moksha means liberator. Mokshase Asubhat. So we will be freed from birth, old age, disease, and death. Just by knowing this Bhagavad Gita. Because Krishna is explaining to us directly. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, he himself has came here and is giving us this knowledge. He has given us this knowledge. So if we just know this Bhagavad Gita fully, so then we are freed from all the miseries of material existence. So that way, only Krishna is revealing, Krishna can tell us about himself. We can understand only from Bhagavad Gita, directly from Krishna. That is the main thing. So here, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna himself directly giving to us. Sakshat. Sakshat means directly. Even we Sakshi. We say that Sakshi means witness. So Krishna is the Sakshat. So Krishna is directly. Sanjaya, at the end of Bhagavad Gita, he tells Dhritarashtra that Vyasa prasadachutavan yetat guhyam maham param yogam yogeswarat krishna sakshat kadayataga swayam. So the master of all mystics, yogam yogeswarat krishna sakshat kadayataga swayam, he directly, he himself, Swayam, Krishna himself directly, he gave this knowledge, he spoke this knowledge to Arjuna, which I was able to hear by the mercy of Vyasadeva. Vyasa Prasada Chutava. We all know that Sanjaya was sitting inside the palace. So, but Vyasadeva, he gave him special mercy to know or to hear what is happening in the battlefield. That's what Shrutavan. Shrutavan means I heard. I heard whatever was happening, whatever Arjuna and Krishna they spoke. Samvadam imam asrausam adbudam roma harsanam. So the samvadam imam asrausam. So the equivocal instructions, equivocal like talk between these two, Kesava and Arjuna. So that was giving me so much happiness. Adbudam, wonderful. So my hairs are standing on end. Krishyami cha muhu muhu. Rupam ati adbudam hari. So Krishna's rupam is ati adbudam. It's so wonderful, so beautiful form. Krishna, ati adbudam hari. Krishyami cha muhu muhu. So I am again and again thinking about that and enjoying about that. That's what Sanjaya was telling. So that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, he directly came to this world. And he has given this Bhagavad Gita knowledge for us, so that using this knowledge, we will be able to free ourselves from all the miseries of this material existence, miseries due to material existence. So that's why Yajñatva Mokshase Asubhat. Krishna is in many places, Krishna is saying that Yajñatva Mokshase Asubhat. Tate karma pravakshyami Yajñatva Mokshase Asubhat. I shall explain to you what karma is, by knowing that you will be freed from all the miseries of material existence. Yajñatva mokshase asubha. So for us, definitely we are going to ourselves free from all these problems in this material world, because it is many times I mentioned, quoting from Bhagavad Gita, that this is Dukkhalaya. This is a miserable place. So we want to free ourselves from these miseries, from this miserable place. So that is going to happen for us by Krishna's mercy. Because we will get intelligence from Krishna, and we will be able to act with intelligence, and we will be able to detach ourselves from all the material sense objects. That is the main thing. But still we will be acting, we will be working. But since we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will be working, but we will not have any attachment to the results. That is the main thing. So we need to work. We have the working senses, our hands, legs, voice, all the senses are working. So we cannot simply sit idle. We have to work. We have to serve Krishna. We have to go and spread this message, Krishna's message, to everywhere. We need to make lots of devotees everywhere. So that's what is a very important service for us. That should be our primary job. Very important task for all of us is to just spread Krishna's message that Bhagavad Gita is the shining lamp of knowledge which destroys the darkness of ignorance. Aham ajnanajam tamaka nasayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvataka. So this Bhagavad Gita is the jnana deepa, is the shining lamp of knowledge. So when the sun lights up, when the sun comes up in the sky, everything is bright. So like that, this knowledge, and when we get this knowledge, everything will become bright. We will understand everything. We will know everything. So aditya vajnanam prakasayati tatparam. Jnanena tu tadajnanam yesam nasitam atmanaga tesam aditya vajnanam prakasayati tatparam. So like Aditya, like the sun, everything will become clear to us. We will be able to do things in our life in the right direction, in the right way. We will know what is right, what is wrong. We know what should we do and what we should not do. Karmanohi api bodhavyam, bodhavyam cha vikarmanaga, akarmanascha bodhavyam, gahana karmano gati. So one should know what is karma, what is vikarma, and what is akarma. So action and forbidden action and inaction, we should know. So Krishna is saying that bodhavyam means one should know. Bodhavyam. So how will we know? Only by studying and understanding this Bhagavad Gita. Because in Bhagavad Gita only we know everything. In Bhagavad Gita only we understand about ourselves. Which school or which college or which degree is teaching us about ourselves. We spend so much money. We get into a lot of loans. We get degrees. We work hard. We'll study and get knowledge about this matter. But no one will teach us about how to act so that we can free ourselves from this material bondage. Only Bhagavad Gita teaches. That's it. So for this, it's easy to get admission. No need to pay any money. No need to take any loans. And just the only qualification is faith. Just having faith on Krishna, by following the principles of Bhagavad Gita, we will be freed from this material world itself. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is the time-tested knowledge. It is the most confidential knowledge, and it is the purest knowledge, and it brings so much happiness in our life. So everyone should get this knowledge. That is the main. Because this knowledge only brings us peace of mind. This knowledge only brings us happiness. Because peace of mind brings us happiness. And peace of mind comes only from this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Jnanam labdva param santyam. That's what, simply. It's very easy to understand. Krishna is saying very clearly, Jnanam labdva param santyam. That too, very quickly we will get it. Nachirena adhikachati. Nachirena adhikachati means very quickly we will get. Jnanam labdva param santyam nachirena adhikachati. So that way, just by getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are going to get the supreme peace of mind. So what are we going to do with the peace of mind? With the peace of mind, we will enjoy. We will be happy. That's the only thing everyone wants in this world. Everyone wants to be happy. No one wants to be sad. No one wants to be distressed. The natural, our constitutional position of this soul itself is actually to be happy. To be happy, that's it. But without the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are seeking happiness outside in this material world. We are thinking by working hard, by earning so much money, by getting this, by getting that, we will be happy. That's what we think. By getting a great job, or by getting by materially we acquire so many things, and then we will be happy. That's what we are striving for. We are working very hard, and we are spending what? We are spending our time. We are spending our human life we are spending our invaluable human life to gain material things. So we are selling ourselves on hourly basis. How much we can get an hour? That's what when we look for a job, we will just calculate hourly rate, how much we are going to get. So that means we are selling our time on an hourly basis. Krishna. Krishna is the time. Aham kalosmi. I am the time. That's what Krishna is saying. So that way, we cannot be happy by spending our time or selling our time and get so much of material things. Of course, we need material things to satisfy our basic needs. There is no doubt about it. But Krishna is saying that you spend time for me. You do everything for me. I will take care of your needs. That's what Krishna is saying. In the same 9th chapter, the sloka number 22 we studied. You just spend all the time for me, I'll take care of you. Ananyaga chintayanto mam yejanaga paryupasate tesam nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So yogakshemam vahamyaham. I will take care of you completely. I shall take care of you. So that faith we should have on Krishna. We should fully depend on Krishna and do everything for Krishna. So that means we should not be too much attached to material things in this material world. Because when our thoughts are carried away by such attachments, then we cannot focus on Krishna. That means we will lose our intelligence. Bhogaisvarya prasaktanam taya apagrita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhigi samadhav na vidyati. So that means our thoughts should be all the time should be focused on Krishna only. Machitta. Machitta, you always think about me. Machitta madgata prana. Machitta madgata prana. Bodayantaga parasparam. Kadayantascha mam nityam. Tushyanticha ramanticha. That is the way we will get happiness. Tushyanticha ramanticha. The way we will get happiness is by thinking about Krishna. By dedicating our lives unto Krishna. Machitta madgata prana. And by conversing about Krishna with all other devotees. So, machitta madgata prana bodhayantaga parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam tushyanticha ramanticha. So that's what is going to bring us happiness, satisfaction. We studied in one shloka in the 3rd chapter. Krishna says in the 17th shloka, Yastvatmaratirev syat atmatriptascha manavaha atmanyeva cha santushtaga tasya karyam na vidyate. When we are able to find happiness within the self, happiness, satisfaction, bliss, everything within ourselves, then there is no duty for us to do. Then we are not forced to do anything. So that means we are released from karma bandha. So how we can get that happiness? Atma rati, Atma santushta. How we can get it? That is by understanding about Krishna, by knowing about Krishna, by thinking about Krishna. So that's what Krishna is saying, that machitta madgata prana bodhayantaga parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam tushyanticha ramanticha. We will get so much happiness, satisfaction and bliss, everything. We are all studying Bhagavad Gita every day at this time because this brings us so much happiness. We are spending hours every day. It brings us so much happiness. Because at this point of time, we are exactly doing what Krishna says. Machitta, madgata, prana, bodhayanta, parasparam, kadayantascha, mam nityam, tushyanticha, ramanticha. Because by talking about Krishna, by enlightening one another, by talking about Krishna, we are getting so much happiness. So this is the real happiness. So the real happiness, this is known as Atma Sukham, inner happiness. So this Atma Sukham can be obtained only by studying Bhagavad Gita, only by connecting ourselves with Krishna, Only using the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we connect ourselves with Krishna, we will be able to get the happiness within ourselves. Enjoy happiness within ourselves. So Krishna is giving that. Krishna is giving us that knowledge. Krishna is teaching us about himself. We are knowing everything about Krishna. In fact, in the 10th chapter, which is known as Vibhuti Yoga, the opulence of the absolute, we are going to know more about Krishna. Krishna is going to tell more about himself. So only Krishna knows about himself, and Arjuna is asking Krishna to tell about himself, and Krishna is telling us so much about himself. In Bhagavad Gita, in the Vishwarupa, we are going to understand about Krishna's universal form. Where can we go and get this knowledge? Only in Bhagavad Gita. Because Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all literatures, all Vedic literatures, all Shastras. If we get a full understanding of Bhagavad Gita, it will be very easy for us to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. It will be very, very easy for us to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. So that way we will get so much love towards Krishna. When we understand more and more about Krishna, when we fall in love with Krishna, when we all the time think about Krishna, when our consciousness is fully filled with Krishna, so at that point of time, we are not going to worry about anything in this material world. We will be always happy. In that happy status, we can actually Saknoti gaiva yatsodum praksarira vimokshanat kama krododbhavam vegam sayuktaga sasukhi naraha. So who is the happiest person in this world? Today we are talking about how to achieve happiness. So who is the happiest person in this world? One who is able to tolerate Saknoti gaiva yatsodum Praksarira vimokshanat, until the time of death, until we leave this body. Praksarira vimokshanat means when we sarira, when this body, when we leave, when we quit this body, until the time we quit this body. So kama krododbhavam vegam, one who is able to control the urge, the speed. Vegam is the speed. Udbhava means produce. The speed produced, the urge produced from what? Kama and krodha, lust and anger. Kama krododbhavam vegam sayuktaga sasukhi naraga. He is properly engaged and he is the happiest person in this world. Not a person who is trying to satisfy all the desires. Because our material desires can never be satisfied. It can never be fulfilled. If we think that I will finish this task, I will be happy, materially speaking. So if we say that, oh, I don't have time to study Bhagavad Gita now, I don't have time to think about Krishna now, so I have to achieve this thing in the material world. Let me get this degree, or let me get this promotion, or let me do this. So then I will study Bhagavad Gita. That's not going to happen. In fact, we should study, we should work, we should get whatever we want only for Krishna. That is the main thing. So if you are going to get for Krishna, then we can as well study Bhagavad Gita every day. So in this material world, when we think that after achieving something we will be happy, we will never be happy. Because after achieving that, then we will get two things to do to be happy. Then after achieving two things, then we'll get four things. Then it will go exponentially, it just multiplies. So that way we will never be happy in this material world. But if we just focus on Krishna, if we are able to get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and if we are able to get that inner happiness, if we are able to control our urge, if we are able to detach ourselves from the material sense objects, then there is this Sayuktaga Sasukhi Narakam. He is the happiest person in this world. That's what Krishna is saying. So in the 9th chapter, we are studying now, Krishna said that in the shloka number 29, what we studied yesterday, Samogham sarva bhutesu namedvesyo asti na priyaka. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayite tesu chapyakam. So I am equal to everyone. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. But anyone who worships me with love and devotion, he lives in me, I live in him. That's what Krishna is saying. Of course, Krishna is there in everyone as the super soul, everyone's heart as the super soul. But here Krishna is saying that you are always connected with Krishna. That is the main thing. So, like he said that Jnani Tvatmaiva me matam. I consider the Jnani to be my own self. Udaraga sarvayevaiti Jnani Atmaiva me matam astitaga sahi yuktatma mam eva anuttamam gati. In the 7th chapter, 19th sloka we study. 18th sloka. So, Jnani Tvatmaiva me matam. So I consider the Jnani to be my own self. So like that here Krishna is saying that Samoham sarvabhutesu namedveshu asti na priyaga ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayite tesu chapya. So now Krishna is giving in the sloka number 30 another very important knowledge, important instruction, knowledge we are getting. We cannot get this from anywhere else. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mamananyapak sadureva samantau yaga samyak vyavasito hi saha. Api chet suduracharo. Acharo means a good person, a person who does good activities. That's what is acharo. Duracharo means a bad person who does all kinds of abominable activities. Suduracharo means very bad person, very, very bad person. That's what suduracharo. Apichet suduracharo. Even if one commits the most abominable activities, most abominable actions, but if still he worships me without any deviation, bhajate mam ananyapad. If he is my devotee, if he worships me without any deviation, if he believes in me, if he worships me, one should consider him to be saintly. Sadhurevasa mantavya. One should consider him to be only saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Samyak vyavasito hisa. So, what it says here is that being a devotee of Krishna is very important. That's what Krishna is saying. So even in the 4th chapter on Shloka, we studied on the similar lines. Krishna told us very clearly, Api chetasi papebhyaga sarvebhyaga papa krittamaga sarvam jnana plavenaiva vrijinam santarisyasi. If one consider him to be the sinner of all sinners, the most sinful person, apichetasi papebhyaga sarvebhyaga papa krittama sarvam jnana plavenaiva vrijinam santarisyasi. So if he gets into the boat of this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, then he can cross beyond the ocean of material miseries. That's what Krishna is saying. So it's very important that we should study Bhagavad Gita. It's very important that we should be a devotee of Krishna. That is the main thing. If we are a devotee of Krishna, that means we believe in Krishna, we believe in Bhagavad Gita, we study, we get into this boat of Bhagavad Gita knowledge, and we just worship Krishna, then it doesn't matter what kind of person we are. We have to be a devotee. That is the main thing. But we will understand in this shloka what we are going to study tomorrow. So Krishna is explaining very clearly, because here being a devotee of Krishna will make a person a good person, very good person. That is the main thing. So that way, for us, since we are all devotees of Krishna, we have all come to Krishna, we are all surrendering ourselves unto Krishna, we are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. So our hearts will be cleansed. Our souls are purified by this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. There is no doubt about it. So that's why this Bhagavad Gita is the purifier, pavitram. Pavitra means it is the purifier. In fact, Krishna is just not saying it is the purest one Bhagavad Gita, but Krishna is saying that there is nothing else which is purer than Bhagavad Gita. Nahi jnanena sadarsam pavitram iha vidyate. Compared to this Bhagavad Gita, there is nothing else is more sublime. Nothing else is more purer than Bhagavad Gita. So that way, by Krishna's mercy, if we get into this boat of knowledge, if we become a devotee of Krishna, so we will be able to cross beyond this ocean of material miseries. So that's why being a devotee of Krishna, that designation is the ultimate topmost designation. We should be very, very proud. We should be very, very happy that we are devotees of Krishna. That is the main thing. Hare Krishna. By Krishna's costless mercy, we have successfully finished the sloka number 30 in the 9th chapter. We have just 4 more slokas to finish the 9th chapter. Hare Krishna. I will stop now. We'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Yeah, before going on to questions, just want to make an announcement. If any